So, this is going to be the follow-up video to my Liltommyj video, where today I'm making a Zeldasona! I don't know if this is a thing, but now it is, so let's get into that and learn about my Zeldasona and giving me another reason to talk about the Legend of Zelda on this channel.
Wake up, Link.
So I actually had to go through a few different designs of Zelda because unlike Link, who kind of has like a fairly consistent look to him, if anything, his hair really fully changes and he might get more or less accessories. Zelda usually has a completely different design, and depending on the version, sometimes she has like a really different personality, I guess. Like, in a lot of ones, she's very, like in Twilight Princess, she's very noble, but also she knows when she's defeated, and she's very kind of reserved, I guess. But then if you look at Wind Waker, where one, she's not even herself for half the game, or even more, she is super outgoing, like, oh yeah, let's do whatever, blah blah blah. And it's just like, okay, nice. And then I think it's Minish Cap. This might be just me pulling from the manga, sorry. But she's like best friends with Link, and she tries to like sneak out and see him and be like, oh, let's hang out, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh, that's adorable. But she has such a different range of personality. And then Breath of the Wild Zelda, she's the embodiment of anxiety. Like, oh my god. I feel so bad for her, but like, she's trying, man. She can't, like, how hard, like, okay, if you had to access god powers and you're like, okay, you have to do it, and you don't know how you're doing it, and they're like, okay, we'll just do it, and you're like, what? Like, anyone would crumble under stress, especially when, you know, that basically the end of the world is coming. Like, ah. So my Zelda, I kind of tried doing a mix of, I guess, Breath of the Wild, Twilight, and Ocarina, I guess, in a way. I kept the pink, I didn't go with the blue. I know, I was just like, oh, but my Liltommyj has blue, and now I guess Link and Zelda are wearing blue, but I don't know, I wanted her to wear pink. It's classic, it's a classic color. Maybe if she wasn't wearing her, like, royal regalia or whatever, the stuff that she's in now, maybe it won't be pink. Who knows? There's nothing wrong with the color pink. My favorite Zelda designs are Four Swords, Link Between Worlds, and probably Twilight Princess, which is funny because I can never find, like, I guess it's more like Four Swords Adventure, the one where she has the big red bow and her hair up. I just think that is so cute. Like, she is adorable looking, and it's like, okay, she looks really formal and nice, but also it's like, you could tell she's still, like, fairly young, you know? And it's like, wow, I don't know, I think it's the bow. I think the bow just kind of entertains me. But I guess technically Link Between Worlds, is that more like Link to the Past? I know she's also rocking that design in the newest Super Smash Bros. So that's like, oh, okay. The one with the square bangs. I don't know. Something about that one, I'm just kind of like, oh, I like the way you look. You look kind of cool. I don't know if Skyward Sword Zelda is taking the bangs from Between Worlds and Past, or the Legend era or anything, but I don't know, I like it. And then Twilight Princess, I just have a personal bias. I just like Twilight Princess everything. But also, I think it's really interesting that she has basically brown hair. All the other ones are still like blonde. I mean, I think in Wind Waker, she's like highlighter blonde, but in Twilight Princess she has brown hair, like a dark brown blonde-ish hair, and it's like, oh, okay, we're getting a little interesting here, shaking things up. Breath of the Wild Zelda has like big brown eyebrows. Maybe she just dyes her hair blonde. I don't know. Conspiracy theory of Zelda. Dyes her hair. If that's a thing. Well, I mean, Breath of the Wild has dye shops, so maybe you could do the hair. I don't know. Ooh. That would be kind of cool. So I know I mentioned in my Liltommyj video that I was like, oh yeah, ships, you know, blah blah blah, and I never actually got into that. So obviously, Zelink is like the OG ship. If you dislike it, then it's like, what do you mean? But it's not like my main ship from the Legend of Zelda series. I mean, some of them, obviously, it's like, oh yeah, that's super cute. Like, Skyward Sword, like, oh, that's really cute, I like them together. But, I guess, like, Twilight Princess, for example, there's really no connection at all. You know? Like, it's more like Link and Midna than Link and Zelda. I guess maybe in, like, Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass? Are they continuations of each other? Yes. Then maybe, but it's not really Zelda, it's Tetra, you know? Like, because I think she goes back to the Tetra name. So it's like, okay, like, that works too, like, you know, but Link Between Worlds, I don't really see anything. Did I already say Skyward Sword? Yeah, Skyward Sword. That other one I was referencing, Minish Cap, that's cute. I think she is the same in Four Swords. I don't remember. Ocarina of Time, maybe? Maybe in, like, the child timeline if Link goes back, but also he's, like, really cute with, like, Link is cute with Malon. I'm a multi-shipping trash, though. So, there is that type of whole thing, you know? If it looks cute enough, there's a strong chance that I'm like, oh yeah, sure, why not? Let's, like, ship that. The Malon and Link one came from this comic called Linked Universe, which is like, aww, that one's cool. I like Linked Universe. But Zelda is like, I don't know. Zelda's interesting. There's also like a Zelda and Ganon comic that's pretty good too. I have barely put a dent in it, but it's pretty good. I don't know. I like it. The art's really nice. I can't wait for Breath of the Wild 2, where there's a strong chance that you might be able to play as Zelda. I mean, the Warrior games you could play as Zelda in the CDI one, but I don't know. I want to play like actually as Zelda. Actually, can I say Zelda wearing pants? Why isn't that more of a thing? Because so far the only like few times where she wears pants are like the CDI game and the cartoon. And then Breath of the Wild. So only really one time she gets to wear pants and it's like, oh yeah, that's great, but like, she should wear pants more. I don't hate the cartoon design. I like the cartoon design. I think she looks really cool in the cartoon. CDI games, I mean, that's just like a mess on its own. But I could see what they were doing, I guess, you know? I'm actually trying to look up, like, what her outfit looks like. Is there even, like, a full render of Zelda's outfit? Is she wearing a crop top? The heck? There's, like, I guess at one point someone goes, you killed me, and she's like, good. Yes, that's the Zelda vibe that we need more of, her just being like, yeah, no big deal. Oh, okay, so there it is. Oh, so she is wearing, like, a crop top and, like, a crop jean jacket and shorts. That's a look. That's a good look. You go, Zelda. Do what you want to do. But yeah, I don't know. I really... Also, oh, what's her OG design? Her OG design, like in the original Zelda, she has like a ton of bows on her dress, doesn't she? And she might be like a redhead, right? Oh, well, that could also be like the graphic card thing. I don't know. There's a lot of different Zeldas out there, a lot of different designs for Zelda. But no matter what though, she's still fairly cool and she tries. She has a lot of stress on her. For someone who has like the Triforce of Wisdom, sometimes it's like, oh yeah, you should know what you're doing, and it's like, no. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like 15 years old in some iterations of this. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, stop. Can you imagine being 15 and having the whole world or the whole fate of the universe put on your shoulders? I couldn't. I don't even know what I was doing at 15. Oh, yes, know what I was doing. I was drawing Pokemon OCs and basically going on... and I was basically addicted to chicken strips and doing theater. So you could imagine that type of person saving the world. Yeah, no, it's not happening. Overall, this is my Zelda, and I hope you really like her. I think her design's really cute, and also, fun fact, this Zelda pairs up perfectly with my Liltommyj, so my Zeldasona, my Liltommyj are like, nice. They can go, I unintentionally made it so then they can kind of interact with each other. I guess next time I'll do one of these is a Ganonsona. A rehydrated Ganonsona. Ooh. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you have a good, safe day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!